Well, hey everybody, and welcome to Sunday School this morning. Today we're continuing our series on the fruits of the Spirit. And as we're looking at the fruits of the Spirit, these are, again, not fruits that you eat, but they're fruits that hopefully when you are a disciple of Christ, when you are living out what it means to be a Christian or to be Christ-like, you're going to show these fruits, right? You're going to live these out in your day-to-day life. And so today we're talking about kindness. And hopefully kindness is something that you know about, that you have learned since you were very little. I think about kindness. It's probably one of those very first things that we're told when we're little. You know, we're taught to be kind. But sometimes what does that even mean? You know, when we're little, we're told, be kind to somebody, be nice to them, and we think about, well, what does that mean for our day-to-day life? How do we actually be kind to someone? And I think kindness is just living out our life, going the extra mile, and letting someone know that in a lot of ways that they're loved, that they are, that they have meaning, that they are cared for, that someone recognizes them for who they are. And kindness really encapsulates a lot of the fruits of the Spirit. And so thinking about kindness, I was thinking about what Christ did on this earth. You look at the Gospels and, goodness, Christ was just kind, wasn't he? When he was going out and preaching and teaching, Christ literally went to people that his disciples at first thought was crazy, right? He went to the leper. He went to the woman at the well, which as a male and as a Jew, she was a Samaritan. That was unheard of. And yet he reached out to her, and that was an act of kindness. And so kindness is something that is going above and beyond. It's an action. You are being kind to someone. You're showing them that they are worthy, they are loved, and that you recognize them as someone that you recognize them and who they are. And so thinking about this, and thinking about what Christ did and how Christ exuded kindness throughout the entire story of the gospel and all that he did, I think about our modern day context and the examples that we have in modern day. And two of the things that popped into my head were, first, Evan Almighty. If you ever saw that movie, it's the story, it's kind of the sequel to Bruce Almighty, but Evan Almighty is the story of when they're building the ark, and it's the story. It's kind of it parallels to Moses and building the ark, and this senator is told to build this ark, and the floods are coming, and it has this this crazy story. But through that, they took the acronym ARK or made it into an acronym of Acts of Random Kindness, and it kind of became this push for many months and even to a year of people going out and showing acts of random kindness to people. And I think about that and how you can show kindness to people that you know, but even you don't know. Paying it forward and paying for somebody's meal behind them at, in a drive-through line, and that's showing kindness to someone that you don't even know. That's happened to me before. I was looking through my phone the other day, and I remembered I had a memory on there of some time that somebody paid for my Starbucks. And that was a cool memory to remember that someone had done that for me. And what a great act of kindness. But kindness can be doing it for somebody that you know as well. Recently, I was reminded of the book Wonder, also made into a movie. But Wonder is an amazing story as well of a fifth grader who, for the first time, is going to school in person. He has not been going to school in person because he has some facial deformities and So he hasn't been going to school, but he decides to go, and his parents decide to let him go, and it's a struggle for a while. But this book is written from many different perspectives, and this book, the whole theme of it is kindness, and from this launched an entire movement on kindness. And this quote that I want to read to you is amazing, because the quote says this: when given the choice between being right or being kind, choose kind. I'm going to read it to you one more time. When given the choice between being right or being kind, choose kind. I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in that, we're right and we have to be right, or that we have the right answer or whatever. But one way to look at that quote is just to show kindness. Just to let someone know that they are loved. Doesn't mean that we always have to agree with someone. Doesn't mean that we have to always see eye to eye. But it's showing kindness. It is reaching out. We all have a lot to learn in our world. And that's this book right here, Wonder. It teaches us a lot in a lot of different ways. But right now we all have a lot to learn. And we're all learning a lot. And I think that we all can show a little more kindness. And we also it'd be great for us to receive a little bit more kindness. And so my hope and prayer is that we would read the scriptures and that we would see how Jesus goes above and beyond to show kindness. When we teach little kids about kindness, we tell them that it's as easy as sharing a toy, but sometimes when we become adults, we lose that sense of kindness. And so I want to challenge you today about how you can be kind. This week, my challenge for you is to show kindness at least once every single day. And document that. Not to gloat, not to put it on Facebook or Instagram, but for you to see how you've done, and for you to have a conversation with God about that. But then also for you to document for yourself where you've received kindness. And see how God is working in that. See how God is working in your life to show kindness to others. And see how God is working in other people's lives to show kindness to you. Again, the fruits of the Spirit, when we lean into God, when we read the scriptures, when we grow closer to Christ, when we try to become Christ-like, the fruits of the Spirit become who we are. We want to live those out. And so I challenge you to find ways in which you can show kindness to other people. Through sharing a handwritten note, through thank you, no sir, yes ma'am, of course those are great ways. But find ways in which you can show kindness that may go out of the box as well. And if you have some great ways that you're doing that, let us know. And my challenge to you this week is to show kindness, show love, and always know that God is working through you, even today. Have an amazing day.